after that one. But
my bad.
no, it's fucking Batman versus Superman, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Batman versus Superman.
Now,
let's start about. First off. Well,
first, if you listen to this podcast,
spoilers for sure.
But everyone that already listened to this podcast knows I love comic book movies.
If you listen to the intro to the show, I specifically say I'm not into comic books,
and I fucking am.
Yeah, and he is. I'm
not specifically into the books as much as the cartoons and or movies. The reading thing.
Yeah. So it's all
But so with these comics, I love them. I even love a lot of the shitty ones. So
you are one going into this movie because you were excited to see it. You were excited to see it. I was not. The only reason I was excited to see it was I knew I'd be able to have a lot of shit to talk about it. I'd be like, well, we're going to talk about this on the show, and I know I'm going to get so much. It's just going to be so. We're going to have a lot to talk about. And we will. But going into it, knowing you were excited, I was worried, because fanboys at times tend to overlook, to some people, every comic book movie made is the best movies made. There's people out there that are as long as it's a Batman movie. I have Batman tattooed all over me. I love every Batman movie, even Batman and Robin. I will make excuses for.
Oh yeah, people will make excuses for anything,
and I didn't know this was. It was a barometer for me to see how much you were willing to overlook.
There's still probably parts of it that I will say I'm gonna like more. You're gonna think are horrible, and I'm gonna think are the few good points of the movie.
I think there was a few good points of the movie.
There's some good. I'm not gonna say.
But here's the thing. There's only a few good points.
Very few.
There's only a few good things. If good things were men, there's only a few good men in this movie.
Did we mention spoilers yet? Because we're about to rip the shit out of this.
So let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the trailers. We'll play the trailer here. But I did not like the very first trailer. The only trailer I liked, which I think it was a teaser. I don't know if it was a full trailer, but all it had was the fight scene. A fight scene in some, warehouse room with a bunch of guys and Batman kicking the shit out of them. Awesome fight scene. That was holy shit. That if the movie is gonna be that level of excitement, I might actually like this movie. But the other trailers I saw, no mas. Did not like it at all. I was like, oh no. So that was what I thought with the trailers.
Well, when the trailers came out, the first one, you know what? It's not even the first. The one we're gonna show was the second one, and that's the one that everyone bitched about. It was the only one that really stuck out to me. I mean, the first one just kind of teased that they're gonna fight, but
did they show Wonder Woman in the first one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
but in this,
did they show all of the I want to see this
in the
probably
second trailer.
There's
the
probably
one we're about to play.
Fan edit of the trailers.
There is. It's great where they cut out all the shit that you shouldn't see.
All the
it ends up being 30 seconds instead of 3 minutes.
Cut.
Yeah,
and it has the better version of that fight scene too.
Probably, but yeah, in that one, everyone's outrage was this has to be the entire movie.
Yeah, well, that doesn't happen all the time, but more than not, the fucking trailers give away basically the whole movie. We've just in the trailers that we've watched, I can't even remember the movies, but just in a lot of the trailers just before these movies that we've watched, like Deadpool and this one, you're basically, some of them everything that's going to happen. You're not surprised at all with anything.
Not surprised, motherfucker.
Not surprised at all, motherfucker. So, did any of them, were you excited of? Were any of them oh, this could be awesome?
Any of the trailers for this movie?
Yeah. Or were they all kind of, this could be awesome?
They were all kind of
hoping.
That's what you were overlooking. I'm gonna give it a chance.
You were overlooking just the. But maybe the marketing is just horrible.
Yeah, I'm like, what? And then, but then I started hearing that the studio was getting a little worried about like because some of the first viewings and shit weren't really getting that good of that good of praise. So like I got a little more nervous. Then I follow a lot of these movie critic YouTube sites, and they would see it, and even the ones that I like most are a lot of the fanboys too, though, because they're passionate about, like, even though they're critiquing all movies, they really love their comic book movies, and I like that. And even they overlooked too much. From looking back on hearing what they had to say about the movie.
They made a lot of excuses.
Oh, they made so many excuses that I was maybe in my mind I was even like, well, you know, maybe I'll. And then no, a lot of the
it's you know, it's.
Well, let's give them this trailer.
We'll
and then we'll fucking get right into.
Then we'll dig into this fucking movie. Oh boy! All right.
Literally the entire movie.
I mean, here's the thing. Before we even get started, right? Before we even get started, for anybody that hasn't seen the movie, all you need to do is watch the trailers, and they will show you all of the best scenes, edited the best. It is like the best version of this movie is done in the trailers.
I just saw a better movie right there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. It was so sad that the trailers are all you need. You don't even need to go see the movie. They gave away the best. Like, everything else in this movie is just nonsensical filler. It's like a bunch of shit where they don't explain anything. Oh, the movie. Okay, so this is what it reminded me of. Watching a movie that, if you don't know the backstory, if you don't know, you know, whatever, the story of what's going on.
If you don't know the canon, if you don't know a lot about DC.
Then going into it, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And the movie that doesn't make any sense was The Passion of the Christ. Because they didn't explain shit in that movie. But knowing
a lot of people know the Jesus story.
For sure. And that's why it sold so much, because they didn't need to. But it's that kind of thing where anybody that wouldn't know that is just watching, like, that movie is just a snuff film, basically, with random things where he's talking to people, like flashback scenes where he's being all hippie with people. But other than that, it's a snuff film. It's just, the abuse of a dude that they don't say anything. It's just they assume it's super lazy writing. Super lazy writing.
Well, let's get the movie. It starts out.
That's what it reminded me of while I was watching the movie.
And
so yeah,
they retell
first
off the fucking how his parents
died. The scene that I've probably seen more times in film. I don't know why they keep having to do this for Batman.
I get it. His parents get fucking shot right in front of him in Crime Alley in Gotham. And then he fucking falls into a cave, and then there's all these bats, and then he's scared at first, but then he embraces them, and then he flies.
He gains the power. He gains a power of flight from landing with the bats.
It's just like they're not carrying him. They're just flying around him and he's
in a
elevating.
tornado. But then it's is it a dream? Because who knows?
Well, especially after seeing the movie, it's like, oh, well, just any fucking thing that doesn't make sense, or just like random shot. Like, it's all filler. It's all nonsense filler. Like, we don't need to see him flying with the bats. We don't even need to see that scene.
No, that scene, boom,
seriously,
cut that the fuck out.
The whole movie could have started like right at the end when like everything,
which
like
is the end of Man of Steel.
If the movie starts,
but take it from Bruce Wayne's point of view, that's fine.
Like, if it starts with I kidnapped this person, well, fuck it, spoilers. Right? Should I say it?
Said
I know, spoilers, but I don't know. It's like how deep in spoilers you want to get. Anyway,
we're going to talk about the whole fucking movie.
The whole movie is like trying to set up like we should not like Superman. Like, it's trying to make us have the opinion of Batman, I feel. But it's not doing a good job. Like, everybody else hates Superman. Everybody hates Superman for some reason. Like, there's this huge Superman, like, ooh, but I don't get it. Like, at no point am I like, even... It's like not even a bit they haven't explained a bit why I should be mad at Superman at all. At all.
I think their explanation was they fucking took the city down, but
which they don't need that. All they need to do, boom, mom's kidnapped. This sets everything up. Now there's an excuse for somebody to do something and then like make it about, I don't know, at least there's some fucking like some kind of emotional reason for me to give a fuck about anything that's going on.
Yeah.
Like there's no, it's like they just hate Superman. I don't know why. They just hate Superman.
Well, it's like,
and then it's
the
like
first hour of the movie.
Oh my god,
it's so slow. It starts off with the whole retelling the Bruce Wayne story.
Yeah.
Then it goes into the end of Man of Steel, but from Bruce Wayne's point of view.
Which it's like I saw that movie, but I didn't realize it was going to be such.
Which we saw the commercial right before the movie, which showed that almost entire driving scene that's super
before
exciting.
The trailer started, they were showing commercials, and it was a commercial for the car that fucking Ben Affleck drives in the movie.
But it shows
and it's
like
the
that
very beginning. It's like they showed that whole scene. There's like maybe a couple seconds of other shots, but basically that whole chase scene
probably
is a goddamn car commercial.
Yeah.
And then, that I saw that. I was like, well, I saw the trailers. At least I saw that fight scene, which was the only good fight scene and was better in the trailer than it was in the film. Because it's like the whole time I'm like, when is this like action movie thing going to start? Like the only action is like Superman flying away really quick to exit. It's like there's no real, I mean, aside from him driving, I mean, it's just like a lot of shit that's like, what the fuck? I was so confused. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. No idea. And then towards the end, it's like, okay, when things started to actually happen, it was like, oh, okay, now I kind of at least can follow this story. It's like everything I was watching is like, I had to have done homework to come in here and watch this movie to probably understand anything in that first hour. Because I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
All right, here I love the dream sequence where he's in the post-apocalyptic world. That was that was a good fight scene in there. That was the one other but that's forgotten because it was a dream sequence.
It's meaningless. All of these scenes are meaningless.
Superman,
they're all just dream sequences.
When he mows through those two dudes chained up beside him.
It's like Superman's evil in a dream. So it's like,
but then wait, right at the end of the dream when he wakes up,
and
then all of a sudden,
it's like I'm angry at Superman.
No, I don't know if you remember this, but then all of a sudden there's this flashy red light, and there's a guy that goes,
another
Lane.
Crazy like rant. It's like, what is he like?
Do you understand what that was?
It was another excuse to like it's everything that
but
happens.
Do you know who that was?
No, I don't. But that's the whole fucking movie is like, do you know what this is? Do you know what that is?
I know who it was, but it's such a fucking weird deep cut reference.
To me, watching it, like just trying to understand what the fuck is going on, everybody in the movie is going, Superman is bad, and everything that's going on to Batman is like, Superman is bad, but it's like, it's just like people telling him he's bad. It's like these dreams where Superman's evil. Who is that guy?
It's the Flash.
Oh, okay. And he's telling him that he was right about Superman, or he was right about something else, and it just what was he warning him about?
He says Lois Lane is the connection, and then you were right about him. But I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
I think it's just
and with if you don't know like deep cut into DC lore, you're not like, oh well, that's one of the Flashpoint paradoxes where the Flash actually rips a hole in time and can.
You know what would have made that at least somewhat recognizable? To identify that guy visually that he's the Flash
instead of being in like a weird post-apocalyptic fucking.
I don't know
Flash
what's
outfit.
going on. It looked It looked like
almost
some
like a robot
World War
armor
II guy. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It's like they just show this movie is just like a lot of bullshit for no reason. It's like
no scene goes on for longer than 3 minutes.
Like the dream sequence, like all these fucking hallucinations are to be angry at Superman. Like the dream sequence with fucking the tomb bleeding, and then all of a sudden a demon bursts through,
and it's giant man bat.
it's just I don't know. It's just it was just. But why? What's the point of that?
Yeah.
It's just like, did that set anything up? Was that foreshadowing for anything? It's not the. It's like. It's so bad. Everything's so bad.
Every scene is
and it's just like
only 3 minutes or less. So you can't even get, even if you do get invested in one decent scene here and there, they cut away to something nonsensical right after it, which makes no sense. It might have no bearings in the rest of the fucking movie.
It doesn't. It's like the whole movie was a setup for. It was like there was no setups in the movie. There was no, like, you just have to know everything going into this movie, but the movie itself is a setup for something, which is a bullshit setup, because like you have to know everything going into it to even give a fuck that it's like, oh, these superheroes are getting together.
Doing one movie to try to set up a whole universe is a mistake, because you have to make a good standalone movie that you can build a universe on. That's how the Marvel Cinematic Universe started. It was like Iron Man made us a lot of money
as well.
And fucking now, hey, we'll throw another guy in, and then we'll tease about another guy, and then we'll see what the response is there. But again, they weren't. The only part of those movies that would tie them into other movies is a post-credit scene 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Instead of just,
but they're just
cramming it all fucking in there.
Because that's what you don't want. They're not like sequels of each other. They're all in the same universe. So it's like this thing happened. It's like, it would be like somebody trying to, like, every Indiana Jones movie has to lead into the next Indiana Jones movie. It's like, they can just be these stories that these superheroes deal with, and then
it can be in the same universe.
It could be on some timeline, but it's like going into it, I understand they're in a universe. All these people exist. It's fucking pretty cool. At least I can follow the story. I know what's going on. And I've watched a lot of art films. I've watched a lot of independent films. This isn't like, oh, there's depth to it. It's just, there was just random scenes that didn't make any sense because it was just a hallucination or a flashback, and it's just like, it was
5 different movies badly edited together.
It was just 5 bad movies. Seriously, the best version, like you said, there might be a extended director's cut, right? Released
3-hour rated R version.
Right? The best cut of this movie is just the fucking trailers. That's all you need to watch. You get everything. You know that everybody teams up. You know that Wonder Woman's in it. Her character is bullshit in the entire story. She means nothing to the story. She just happens to be there.
If it's called Batman versus Superman, you show me a trailer that maybe teases the fight of Batman Superman, and then as a fucking added bonus, all of a sudden Doomsday comes in, and then people, big comic book fans will go, we already knew it was setting up the Justice League. I didn't have to fucking know that. You could have just said Batman versus Superman, and then the surprise at the end to get people pumped for the Justice League would be you fucking tease the Justice League. You don't just say, we're setting up a universe, and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah, just stupid dialogue.
It's fucking...
It was... fuck, what was I just going to say? God damn it. What topic what are we on right now? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, what did you just say? What was your point?
Upset.
I know, but... The fucking
of setting up a universe, like just.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
My point was just don't cram all that shit into fucking one movie for no apparent reason. Make a good standalone movie.
Yeah,
and in the trailer, don't fucking show me that all of a sudden they're gonna team up, because that ruins it. That gives no levity to the fight between Batman and Superman. Besides, I want to see it.
Okay. What's the fucking title of the movie?
Batman versus Superman.
How much of this fucking movie is it Batman versus fucking Superman? How fast in this entire build-up where we're supposed to like, oh, fucking Superman, he's scary. Like, we're supposed to care about this battle on some fucking level. I'm supposed to give a fucking shit. And it's like, a little back and forth, and then, what's that name? Oh, and by the way, out of nowhere, guess who shows up running in as he's whispering the fucking name? And she's like, oh, he runs. It's his mother's name. Oh, I had this fucking crazy dream where it had my mom's.
Yeah.
Martha.
All right. Here's what happened.
Oh my god.
During the middle of their
fight, that
fight,
whole scene is like, this this
Wait,
happens.
let me explain what, because you're just yelling about it and saying Martha, so it makes no sense to anyone else but me.
No, that's the movie. I'm replicating
at the end of their
in my
fight,
descriptions.
They're fighting.
Sense. I have to know what's going on,
and he's about to fucking stab him with the kryptonite fucking spear, and then all of a sudden he's like, Martha, they're gonna kill her, and Batman's. I never knew this. Again, not a huge DC fan, even though I love the animated stuff they do. But
first off, if it is true,
Martha is the name of both their moms.
That's true,
it is in the canon.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
That's just kind of dog shit writing.
Well,
that's weird.
Think about how many.
Why would you be in the same universe as two people?
Because Siegel and Schuster made Superman, and that wasn't in the DC, and then Bob Kane, and then.
But what's the fucking? How is Martha coincidentally?
That's an old name.
So what? There's a lot of. It could have been Gertrude. It could have been Esther.
I don't fucking know. Why are you mad at me? I didn't name these fucking bitches Martha.
Listen, I'm mad at the fact that it's a legitimate thing that both of their moms are. You don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
It's bothering me.
I get it. No, this is just the movie is bothering everybody.
It is.
This movie.
But no, to set it up, they're fighting. They're beating the shit out of each other. And he's got him pinned down, and then he says,
I didn't refuel.
Fucking Martha.
Yeah.
And Batman gets super pissed off. He's like, where did you hear that name? In his voice modulator, which also, I will say, hey, kudos to just saying hey instead of making a goofy noise. You have a voice modulator. And so that's why your voice sounds different. He has to run back to the mic.
It's like the only fucking thing they actually explain in the movie. It's like, oh, this is why his voice is deeper when he speaks as Batman. That's like the only fucking thing, which was like, you didn't have to do it. I mean,
no, there were so many things not explained, but there were a few good points. Now, before we keep bashing it, I want to pepper in a few good points.
This is gonna be the this is gonna be the reverse shit sandwich, where it's like it's good thing, shit, good thing.
Oh, it's gonna
This is gonna be shit. We're sprinkling some good things, and then this is gonna be a less more polished shit than that movie was.
I like Jeremy Irons as
he's good. 3 seconds in the movie, you know.
Quit saying how long it was. I liked that part of the movie.
I did too. I'm just saying.
No scene was over fucking 3 minutes anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All the scenes that were more than 3 seconds were bullshit scenes. I liked them too, and it's shitty that the good parts of this movie are so small that you can fit them into a fucking trailer. I'm sure all of his shit's in the trailers.
I think Ben Affleck is a good Batman.
For the fucking few minutes that he was in there, okay.
Better than even though I love the Nolan movies, I think you could have interjected
if they had
Ben
that
Affleck
one scene in there.
I think Ben Affleck could have been a better Batman in those movies than Christian Bale by far.
He was not. First off, horrible. What's his real name?
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Horrible Bruce Wayne.
No, awesome
Horrible
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. It's like he's just a flat.
I disagree.
He's a flat actor.
No,
he's just nothing. He's just nothing.
He's good.
He's nothing. Oh, and that
we're going to disagree on that one.
That metal,
so
that's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but
I don't.
That's inconsequential in the long run of this movie.
Yeah, because my hatred, like I was willing to like go into this, and his Batman was whatever. It wasn't bad, but it's like I don't know the fact that he was in this dog shit movie is like, well, you know, okay, he's in another bad. At least it was better than Daredevil.
Yeah, it's better than Daredevil.
Better than Daredevil, but still not good as so many other movies that are comic book movies. Like it's like this. It was shot really. It's really disappointing that Zack Snyder makes a really boring movie. It's like I don't know if all of his movies, most of his movies are known for like a lot of crazy action. His action shots are amazing. The things he does. That's why like the last Superman movie was visually interesting, at least at moments. This was like not at all.
The action shots in Watchmen were better. The action shots in 300 were way better.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be all bullet time.
No,
but
he has a style. Like, this movie could have been made by anybody.
All right, wait, before we get back into shit.
If I didn't know...
We're going shit sandwich.
Oh, no, hold on.
Reverse shit sandwich. So you got to say something nice.
Let me finish this. Going into, like, as you know visually what you're going to see when you go into a Zack Snyder film. This did not look like a Zack Snyder film. A couple shots.
Besides that, everything was dark.
Fucking every fucking...
Even
most
in the
Batman movies are dark.
Yeah, but even in the daytime, it's fucking shot
Where's
dark.
a well-lit Batman movie?
But it's not a Batman. It's fucking Superman movie, too.
But I'm just saying... Batman was the first name in the title. So, I don't care about dark. Whatever, dark. Dark is fine. It can still be good in dark. The fucking fight scene, the one good fight scene, was in a dark fucking blank fucking warehouse room of whatever. You know? You can
I still thought the
good.
dream sequence fight scene was pretty good, too.
Which fight sequence? Who was fighting who?
It was when Batman fought the whole Superman army of fucking...
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I noticed through that like,
and
they
then
have
there was
S's
flying,
patches.
Yeah, then there was flying, like...
I was like, what's going on?
Alien creatures for a second. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like, is this all of a sudden... But it's like, no, he just has... Oh, he's having... Like, every fucking dream is the reason he hates Superman. It's just like, stop fucking dreaming. It's like, I don't... Or set up something...
Like Freddy Krueger comes in and fucking
if they
starts
set something up where it's like, oh, part of the alien ship that happened... Like, if they actually had good writers, they could have been like, oh, like, they implemented something into this guy, and now he's, being fed these things where he's like, they hacked his brain or whatever. Like, they could have fucking... No setup. It's just, oh, I have all these bad dreams. Bad dreams, man.
And it's like he's like just like
horrible.
Passes out too. He's like, I'm doing something.
Oh, man.
I'm in a crazy alternate reality, and oh man, they really tried to shoehorn and
go back to what's a good thing? What's a good thing?
What did you? There's got to be a few things you actually liked about it.
I mean, seriously, after seeing that trailer, I don't think I saw that trailer. Maybe
that was the one that everyone was upset about.
Yeah, maybe I did, and I just
because it really gave you everything.
Didn't realize. Yeah, it's like it's crazy. All the good scenes are in the trailers. Like that's why when I watch this, like, oh, that's a good scene.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, but they're cut a little bit. Moments are let breathe a little bit in a trailer more than in the film. It's
cut better, even because like when in Doomsday fucking spits all that fucking laser mouth and eye shit.
That was just
Batman.
Like too much.
And then it shows Wonder Woman like block it.
Yeah.
In the movie, she blocks it with her wrist things.
Which I'm like, see, for me, not knowing anything about Wonder Woman,
her wrist
I'm going. It's like
everything.
Oh, everything. It's crazy that she's
like female Superman.
Okay. See, I don't know about it. It's just like, okay, there's a character. That we knew was going to be there, and we knew who she was, undercover, whatever, in disguise, which meant nothing to. It was just, but yeah, there was like but it was cut better. That makes more sense. Blocking it with a shield to me, coming into it. If she has the option of shield and wristbands, like for somebody that's stupid to knowing who she is. I'm gonna
damn near wearing a bikini and she's just blocking it with the wristband.
Yeah, it's like at least
bare
there's
arms
surface area.
Too. Bare arms.
Yeah. It's like
besides
I don't know, man.
But
it's just
oh
yeah.
I'm all right
thing.
with that.
But
that's comic book.
That's the thing. The good
comic
things,
book.
all the good things. Yeah. But just like for me, you gotta like if she has the option of shield, like if those are the options, she blocks it with a shield, she blocks it with her hands. Like for an audience that's coming in here. Doesn't know necessarily about Wonder Woman, and you're introducing this brand new.
It's still in there.
If you're gonna, but it's just like that shot to introduce her. You
that
got to
was
go
a
with
bad
the
one.
shield first.
I would have went with
you
the
gotta
shield.
Set up the shield. Oh shit, she's got some like that shield's crazy, and it's like okay, it blocks some shit. But you do this. First off, I know she has wrist bracelets. I couldn't
you
tell
don't
you.
know that
I
they're
couldn't
magic?
tell you what they look like in the movie. Like, I don't even know what... I saw this happen, cut away to something else, and then there was just a lot of shit going on, so I never even saw... Like, I couldn't tell you what they were designed to look like. I don't know if they were just like that, or if they had, like, design
It was kind of like a... it went down, but in the I don't know.
I could see the dresses that she wore. Once I was like, oh, that's her, and then she's just gonna show up later. I was like looking at the dresses, and they were like gold. There was like a lot of gold plating kind of used in the dresses.
She was pretty good in the action sequence, though.
I
had no problems with
that part of the. Here we go. The end of the movie, entertaining. They actually had something entertaining towards the end. More so than like the first. Considering I started the movie for almost half of the movie, not knowing what the fuck is going on. Like, I understand things are going on, but it's like nothing makes sense to me. Like, I don't know where this is going. It's just like, oh, we're back here, and this is supposed to be why Ben Affleck first hated Batman, but I don't really understand why.
Ben Affleck is Batman.
Oh, and I mean Superman, and that building, that first scene where it's like, hey, oh, we're here in the office. Oh, yeah, the whole city's exploding around us.
He's like, evacuate. And the guy's like,
oh, so we should go right now?
Yeah, he's like,
okay.
Hey, the boss says that we should probably get out of here.
Yeah. I know you see what's going on around us.
All these other buildings are being annihilated, and this guy is just casually... oh, my God. That started off bad.
First off, right after the car commercial, that scene. Because he was driving... Well, and then it's like, oh, shit.
Then
I mean, that was part of the scene.
And then that happened, and then fucking...
a horrible... Like, so much of this movie just cut
out.
It was
a random horse.
Cut out. I don't even remember... I blocked out moments of this movie. Although it could have been me,
it
like,
was so many nonsensical clips. Like, just... Clark's
that's what I'm saying,
walking up a mountain all of a sudden and sees...
Superman wants to go on a hike. Oh, yeah, he's hiking?
And bundles up because, Superman... and then sees his dead dad throwing rocks somewhere.
That scene was like...
And then he has a nonsensical conversation with him.
That means nothing.
That was maybe one of the longest...
think it means anything.
Maybe one of the longest scenes and had nothing to do with anything. I swear to God, I think that
every scene in this.
I've never edited anything in my life,
it's not even editing.
I don't give a fuck. I guarantee that I could have edited that into a coherent movie. Dude, whatever they had shot, it might have been a half-hour movie.
The people that edited the trailer,
3 minutes, but I would have put a little more substance into it. But
no, but I'm just saying, if you had to compare the 2.5-hour movie we saw versus probably 10 minutes worth of trailers, I'd rather rewatch the trailers, see all the best scenes in like a really good edit, and then be done. I get it.
Here's the flip side.
Like,
I think the Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are both great for their respective superhero. I don't think that they're bad. Neither of them were horrible in their acting.
They're fine. It's just a bad movie. There's a lot of good actors. Even Lois Lane. I enjoy her.
Amy Adams?
She was the only reason, Superman was getting in trouble was because of her fucking ass. Every time there was getting pushed off a fucking thing, getting fucking being held at gunpoint. Like, every fucking thing that made Superman look bad was dealing with or got him into a situation that was shitty. It's just like, and like pushing her off a building to get Superman.
That's what, Jesse Eisenberg's performance was literally...
I didn't really mind.
And that's... Yeah,
I didn't really... But here's the thing, it's like...
But that's not Lex Luthor.
He was bad. It was bad casting. I think he was doing...
He played Jesse Eisenberg.
Well, no, he
fucking played... That is the same Jesse Eisenberg I see in everything.
What that character is supposed to be is a billionaire tech startup guy... Because that's how they introduce him. It's like,
son of...
playing. Yeah, no, but he changed the company into like... I guarantee you his dad didn't have like basketball courts in the fucking offices and everything. That's not how businesses were run. So he changed it to be like...
That Jolly Rancher and that fucking dudes... That was...
He was supposed to be... God, it was horrible writing, bro. Because the writers were like, okay, we need to make him Lex Luthor so he's going to be one of these tech... startup 2.0 CEOs where he's like, and he's slightly Asperger's-y. He never touches anybody. He's like, he's got weird twicks. He's super like Asperger-y.
But why they don't?
It's like, okay. But
why does he hate Superman though?
Why does Batman hate Superman? Why does everybody hate Superman?
It's
all stupid.
No, I will explain exactly why Batman hates Superman. God. You see it at the beginning of the fucking movie.
No,
how do you not see that?
Because they didn't explain. Here, this is what you see in the movie.
And then Man of Steel.
You see
Okay,
That's
I have to have done homework to understand what the first hour. That's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck. You got to at least make me understand what the.
That's
all
why.
you see is Superman fly away with somebody.
Even if he's 1% of a chance of threat, we have to take it serious.
That's just a fucking. That's just the argument every fucking politician uses for.
But again,
it's not
you have
an
to
original
know.
line.
You have to know Batman from the canon and how he fits in with the Justice League.
That's
he's
why
a
it's a shitty
detective,
movie.
and he's always paranoid about shit.
What good movies do you? Did you have to do homework going into
we've agreed that it's not a good movie.
So it's like,
but I'm giving you the reason. You're asking a question.
No,
I'm telling you the answer. I'm not saying that.
I know the reason now.
I'm not saying that they explain it. I'm giving you the actual reason.
I get it, bro. I watched the movie. In the movie we saw, they did not set that scene up. It's a random fucking scene, and
but
it's just
you
like,
ask why, and I said why, but they didn't set it up. Yes,
no,
I agree.
I'm asking why because in the moment I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Clearly, towards the end, I'm like, the whole fucking first half of the movie is like everybody is supposed to hate Superman. I don't know. I didn't do my homework, so nothing fucking makes sense to me. That whole scene, that was a whole car commercial followed by
but you've
office
seen
building.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, but I don't like. Here's the thing:
he snaps Zod's neck. All these buildings fall down.
Okay,
the
so
that's why
crashes. That's why Batman hates him.
Well,
because he snaps Zod's neck and
it's because he fucking his friends that were in the Wayne Enterprise building.
Yeah,
all got killed.
Yeah,
he saw it fall.
Okay,
himself.
But then also in the first part of the movie, there's scenes where just the whole city is done. There's spaceships flying through everything. Everything's being destroyed by these aliens. Superman is only in a scene where he's flying away with somebody. I don't know why Superman is just to blame for the leveling of a city by alien spaceships. It was not explained in this movie. I don't remember it from Man of Steel. Okay? It's just
that's got to be a very minute point, though, because it's so obvious.
And what makes people think this is a sequel?
Because they play it through the Senate
look
hearing.
At the fucking title of the movie. It's not Superman
the Senate
versus
hearing
Batman.
In the beginning is when they talk about why everyone's pissed.
Going into this movie as a person watching movies, what in the marketing of this, aside from the director being the same, makes it be it's a sequel to that movie? You have to watch that movie to understand that scene.
I agree.
In the movie.
That's a great point. I mean, I don't have an answer for that.
No, I understand why he doesn't. I just don't believe the reason he hates Superman is as dumb as the reason why Americans hate Muslims. It's let's just be.
No,
that's the dumbest
because you were asking why everyone. Because I was thinking when Superman lands at the Senate, everyone's like, "Fuck Superman, fuck Superman." It has all these signs of But I mean,
they hated him in the.
Donald Trump has fucking a whole stadium full of people fucking screaming "fuck Muslims and Mexicans" and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's real. People, if there was a Superman, there would be a shit. Fox News would be all over that shit.
Then that makes me fucking hate Batman because he's in the fucking same group as all these assholes.
But Batman in this one is way harder core than any. He murders motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Batman never kills.
That's the thing.
Batman murders a lot of people in
the movie. I go to the theater. Movie talking to me. That's what they're. It's just bullshit scenes trying to make me hate Superman. Okay, Batman hates Superman. Batman hates Superman. The whole time. They're showing me Batman acting like an asshole. And I'm not seeing any reason why Superman is being. This movie is doing a horrible job at it's just telling me I'm supposed to hate.
All right, how about this? Batman is chasing the fucking criminals, carrying the kryptonite, and getting through all of them, and then all of a sudden Superman, in the middle of a fucking chase, just stands in the middle of the road. So the Batmobile hits him, rips the top off, and he's like, if you ever see that light on again, you better not fucking come for it because the bat's done because I'm motherfucking Superman.
Because Superman was seeing all the same shit I was seeing.
And then the criminals are just fucking getting away.
But here's the thing. He was seeing the same shit I was seeing. That was the only. It's they're trying to tell me
suck Superman's dick, motherfucker.
The movie's trying to tell me that Superman is a shitty person, and that's why Batman hate. They're trying to give me an excuse why Batman, like trying to make me believe why Batman would ever fucking hate Superman. Okay, they don't do a good job at that. But the whole time they're showing me Batman is an asshole. Like, they're not doing that with Superman. They don't show like, oh, this is a scene where he was an asshole. This is a scene. They had this confusing scene where if maybe you saw it from and it's just dog shit. It's just dog shit. So it's like, I don't get, like, Batman is an asshole. There's nothing in this movie where I'm like, until he's like, oh, Martha, you said the code word to make me not an asshole. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm not an asshole now. It's just like, this whole movie is like the shiniest piece of shit I've ever watched. I mean, it's like, there's moments that are so good. There's like, but they're all in the fucking trailer. So it's like 2.5 hours.
Why? Just
2.5 hours.
My problem, like, again, you hate it way more than I do, but I don't like it.
Here's the thing: it's not the worst movie I've seen. It's just like
for what it
just like
and for the money in it.
It's like they took a good movie. They took like a lot of good moments in a movie, and then they just fucking said, who gives a shit for so much other things?
I feel like
I don't know, man.
I feel like they fucking...
There's just so many issues.
They were
with
like,
this
hey,
movie.
you know, everyone's got short attention
If
spans
this
now.
fucking movie, which is horrible.
So let's make every scene super short and then cut to a neck. Like, I couldn't get it. Every time I started to get invested in a scene, it just immediately cut away to something so nonsensical.
Just cut the fucking first hour of that dog shit movie out. Find some way to just do exposition like every goddamn... Like, just... There's so many things they could do. The beginning of Soylent Green, we talked about this before we started. The beginning of Soylent Green, to set up how the universe we're in, is just music matched with pictures, still pictures, in just a slideshow. And as society in these pictures starts to fucking disintegrate into the world of where Soylent Green takes place, the music also does that and gets like really chaotic and fucking... So it's like, just in that, you set up everything. No dialogue, no nothing. This movie, nobody knows how to tell a goddamn story. It's just like, we know how to shoot scenes, and then we shuffle the fucking deck, and it's gonna be amazing. I bet like when they were doing like those scenes where it was like dream on dream scenes, I bet he was thinking, this is gonna be like, this is gonna make me one of the greatest directors of all time. Because this is like,
I don't know, man. I don't know what anyone was thinking in the production room.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I've seen way worse movies. It's so disappointing. It's like basically an A+ blockbuster movie.
We took two of your favorite things,
an A+ blockbuster movie,
fucking just jumbled that shit up
with the fucking writing and just storytelling capability of a shitty B movie. It's like nothing aside from like, it's just, oh man, it's just nothing. It's an all of a sudden movie. All of a sudden, this thing is happening. Because I didn't do my homework. Apparently, for Batman versus Superman, like I never did my homework for the Avengers. But I know I get everything. I get everything. This movie, first hour, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Why is there random scenes all over the place that don't mean anything? And I don't know what's like. Why am I supposed to hate? Like, that scene doesn't make me hate. Like, they didn't do. It's just horrible. It's horrible.
It's not that they hate Superman. It's
they have to.
I think Superman almost in that movie.
But why does
code for Muslim?
Why is they're scared of him?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, which is okay. So the whole movie is based on the mentality of all of the people in the U.S.
now
that like to fucking
insanely scared of everything.
So the movie wasn't made for me. I'm sure the Fox News crowd probably loved it. They probably find so many similarities.
You know what? I would guarantee
not be surprised.
No one. I've been to a lot of good movies. Like, even at the end of Deadpool, there wasn't a lot of people there. You could tell everyone really liked that movie.
Yeah.
The end of this movie. Coming out of the bathroom, I heard
not surprised, motherfucker.
I heard two little kids arguing.
Yeah, I was trying not to talk.
The one kid was like,
"Too much."
That was horrible.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm sitting there like, because I came out of the bathroom first, and his little brother or whatever was like, it was all right. And he was like, it was super boring. He's like, what was good about it? And the little kid goes, Doomsday? And he was like, that was just the loud part.
That was just a CG
really,
character.
Could
CG
they add
character.
more effect? First off, he looks like every troll in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He looks exactly like a Lord of the Rings character.
I remembered all the World of Warcraft trailer.
That was terrible, but then they put every effect. It's like yellow lightning, red lightning,
It's just
he just
and
shockwaves out of everything.
Thing. It's like it's like I don't know. Is like are those EMPs or is it like so much of this movie? I'm like, I don't know what's going on at all. I don't know what's going on. Like, I understand who's doing what, but I don't understand why. I don't understand what the effects are. I don't like this movie. I felt like I was watching like just a super art. Like if I was going to a film festival and it's some fucking weird art house thing, and I'm just watching and it's just random scenes and it's really slow. But it's like at least that one, at least those films, you can appreciate because they're trying to be really obscure art pieces. This is a fucking blockbuster comic book movie that makes sense because it's the people involved are retarded. Like they just didn't know they don't know how to make a story, or people fucked up the story. I don't know what happened, but it's just it's like there's not even enough in it for me to like overlook it on just some level, you know, as like just seriously the trailers have all the best scenes in them. All the best scenes. It's so sad. It's really sad. But at least it tells you most of the movie, so you kind of understand what's going on. What you fill in with your imagination is going to be better than what Zack Snyder and the people of what's the production company? Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Ooh, if you really want to, if you want to get this
Harry
movie,
Potter's gone.
All you have to do is
if you know
watch
everything.
every Warner Brothers animated DC comic, like Flashpoint Paradox.
I'm sure, yeah.
Justice League War, and then watch all the Justice League Unlimited cartoon series. And if you watch all those and then read a bunch of comics in between too, you might understand quarter of this movie, even though some of it,
I'm sure there's people that love it.
I mean, Doomsday is not Zod fucking, and like that's not a canon part. That's just trying to mix in.
Oh, I didn't even realize that's what had happened. That they blended his blood with Zod, and that was the I thought it was, I don't know.
How did you take that? I mean, he put Zod's body in.
Well, they said he
cut
grew
his hand.
I thought it was
he fucking put his fucking thing on it, and then fucking.
I thought they used whatever the combination was to grow, like to
use Zod's body
to clone this new thing.
No,
so that's even dumber because I was thinking like, well, scientifically, what would they have to do? But no, it's just like, oh, the blood just mixed in the sludge. That's even worse. That is so horrible.
It's so bad.
What I fucking fabricated in my brain made more sense for that scene than what was actually supposed to be happening.
Was dumb. And then, again, if you have an interdimensional alien spacecraft and then all that someone has to do is, like, come in and then, like, put their hand on it.
How
and
did
they're
that
like,
get
would
there?
you like to be the captain of... What do you mean?
How did they... Okay.
It was in Man of Steel. There was a thing in the air when... They showed the whole initial scene where he's driving through and this alien spaceship. That's the alien spaceship.
But so it's like you're just supposed to remember that.
You have to watch.
Did they ever show anywhere that they put a thing over it?
No,
a Superdome over it. So you're just like, oh, that Superdome that's there.
I kind of feel like
remembers.
Even though I've only watched Man of Steel once,
I watched it once and I fell asleep towards the end.
Well, then it was like you really
what I
saw.
What I saw,
even though it's not that great,
1,000 times better than this movie.
Yeah.
I was just really tired. I was like 4 a.m. It was really tired. But yeah, it's like, okay, whatever. I didn't know it was Batman versus Superman. It's not a sequel of Batman.
No.
And Batman's the first fucking name.
I get it.
It's just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Warner Brothers? They really miss Harry Potter. That was like their last good franchise. And now they're like, let's do this comic book thing. Let's fucking do it. We'll hire Affleck.
They could.
Affleck's
They could
good,
have
right?
done it so good. And again, I like the hat. I like the Batfleck.
Here's the
but
thing.
They could have.
You could say that about every fucking shitty movie. They could have done that better. That's why they're shitty movies.
No, I'm saying
that's why they're dog shit movies.
The canon is better than what was.
Oh, I mean, amazing stories are written, original stories that are written and done horribly.
You could have just. I mean, even Zack Snyder when he did The Watchmen.
Yeah.
Like some people don't like it, but it's a shot-for-shot remake of the actual fucking comic book.
Yeah, man. I watch. I like.
It's a long movie.
I like Zack Snyder. I don't like this movie. This, first off, doesn't look like a Zack Snyder movie. Looks like a comic book movie.
I think it looks
with like 3 scenes of Zack Snyder.
I think it looks like a Zack Snyder movie to me.
No way. It looks like it could be anybody that directs. I don't know who direct. It could be Jon Favreau. I mean, he would direct a way. He's good at storytelling.
But he would have done
it looks like a
way
superhero
better movie and told a way better story.
It's just like, it's horrible. It was a B movie. It was a B movie It was a B movie where they dress it up with A actors and fucking shit. But it was a B movie.
No,
it was a B movie.
It was an A movie that I give a D+. How about that?
It's a B movie that I would give. I would give that.
You would
B
have
movie,
to give a B movie an A+ for that.
I would give that B movie
literally.
No, because there's B movies where I can understand the story.
You're really like
the first
even
hour
if you
of this
would have
movie,
just watched Man of Steel, you would have got.
I don't give a shit. I shouldn't
90%.
I shouldn't have to watch Man of Steel
the exact
to understand.
same Superman, you would be in that movie.
They could add like a sec. They could just like They had plenty of time to like add in for somebody new. Like, oh, this is something that happened. Like literally for the first hour of the movie, it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I get that, but I did. So it's slightly different.
Yeah.
But even though I don't like it either, I give it a D+. Jesus Christ.
No, that's fine. I'm giving it a B movie status. Maybe like I get A. I'll give it an A.
It's gotta be an A to B movie.
It's a B. It's a BB. It's a double B.
Oh,
it's
the
B.
BB?
It's B cups.
Oh,
B cups. B cups. It's a B cups. It's B cups with a Miracle Bra.
Little push up. Maybe a little chicken cutlet in there too.
All the good shit was in the marketing. It's once you take the marketing off and you see what's really there, just a couple B's.
It's a
B
pig
movie.
in a dress.
B movie, couldn't even tell a story right. A+, budget. You could tell they spent a lot on the movie.
Here's the flip
side,
but it's
sad
too,
because they wasted all that money on like not telling a story.
It's not even really a kids movie.
No, I
mean,
not
it's in any way. Like to where that would transverse of like being.
I could see it being PG-13.
No, that's fine. But I'm saying like
which is,
it's not real. Like a lot of motherfuckers get murdered. You almost really see Amy Adams' tits.
No, don't see anything. It's
real close.
Yeah, but it's like that's where they spent their time in editing. Like, well, we need to spend some CG money on covering your tips up.
The amount of motherfucking people that get murdered in this, like
the fucking
innocent
towns get demolished. Everything gets demolished in this movie. But it's all Superman's problem.
Yeah,
nobody hates Batman. He's branding people, which is stupid. It was like, is that a thing in the show? Does he start doing that?
That's not. It's a lot of people's problem with is Batman all of a sudden, like they don't really show it.
Yeah,
but you see legitimately that he's murdering people.
They
don't show that last part of it. But he murders a lot of people.
The characters in the story,
Superman murders way more people, but indiscriminately.
Yeah, but it's totally different.
Hey, dear Superman,
but aliens also do that
quit
too.
Throwing people through buildings.
Yeah.
How about take them if you've already got a hold of them and you're a Superman?
But that's all that fucking movie is.
Take them somewhere else and throw them.
Oh, we'll punch them into space.
Or
which
does happen
in the fourth one too. Which is
Jesus Christ,
very good either. A nuclear weapon all of a sudden. Oh, that works
knocks
against
him
Superman.
out, but then the sun works.
Well, it's like why? I thought it was just was it a nuke laced with fucking?
No, it's just a nuke.
It's just a nuke. Oh, the nuke kind
And
of.
then he looked all zombie. He was a zombie for a minute, and then the sun hit him, and he's like, "I'm not a zombie anymore."
I think that's a scene from the fourth one. I think almost. I don't know. It seems like they didn't give a shit about anybody that doesn't know what the fuck's going on. They're like, oh, we don't
Even
want
I
new,
know,
we
I
don't
know
want
what
new
the
listeners.
fuck's going on, and it wasn't that great for me. So
we explain more to catch people up on this show, which is rare. But we do way more to catch people up on what the fuck we're doing than this movie did with anything, and that it was horrible. But I'm sure there's a lot of comic book fans out there that loved it because they were educated going into it, just like I'm sure there was a lot of Christians that loved
I know enough about the storyline where it should have been for me, and it wasn't.
Going into Passion of the Christ, I understood that story.
Yeah, so did I.
But watching the movie, I'm like, this isn't telling a story. This is just this is a snuff film.
When all the Jews were laughing.
You know what's crazy? The most snuff film, high-budget snuff film that's ever been made, ever in the entire movie industry, has been paid for, has been watched more by Christians than any other movie in history.
Yeah.
They love the snuff, man. As long as they're fucking long-haired dude today, Easter, it's fitting. It's fitting. It's fitting that I watch another worthless movie about nonsense.
Wait. We already said spoilers. Superman dies, motherfucker.
Oh,
or let's end this podcast.
Yeah, let's end it.
Whatever. We're not going to tell you the rest because fuck you. Go see Superman versus Batman and then tell us what you think, because I also think it's a movie you should see.
Oh no! Don't go to a theater.
No, not to a theater. But I didn't say
here's
that.
The thing. No. Here's the thing.
Only if
see it. Only if.
No, see it.
Okay. Yeah. Don't. Okay. From somebody that doesn't know the homework. If you haven't done your homework,
if you like comic books, watch it.
No.
Tell me what you think.
If you're going into this movie and you don't know what the fuck all the backstory of everything is for the whole universe or whatever, if you're not a huge geek of it and you want to go see this movie, I would highly suggest putting a gun in your mouth instead, because you might get some more out of it. At least there'd be some change in your life.
I say go see the movie.
You're just going to waste. No, don't fucking see the movie. Do not see this movie. I don't want to promote shitty movies, especially shitty comic book movies, because they're going to keep making them anyway.
They're going to continue making. They already have a lineup.
Decade of shitty comic book movies like this for comic book movies to stop being made, and then it's never going to happen if people see dog shit like this. Go see good comic book movies.
Go see it yourself. Tell me what you think.
Go see good comic book movies. No, fucking don't see it. Hey, if you go see it and you liked it, feel free to just fucking lose my number. I don't want to know anything about you.
But if you listen through all our bullshit that probably didn't make much sense, thank you.
No, I think it did. Hey, it made way more sense than that fucking movie did.
I'll agree with that.
Way more sense.